Hey everyone, Sean here, and welcome to another episode of the Hawke Talks. Today we're going to be talking about the banner that's been newly revealed featuring the long-awaited Ayaka, who has been talked about so much ever since, she has been leaked, even before when the game has been, known to the whole world, essentially. Anyways, Ayaka is finally coming. She is entering first into the game before someone like Yoimiya, for example, along with the 4-star units Chongyun, Ningguang, and Yanfei. I just want to talk about my opinions and all that fun stuff, and we can have a little discussion here in this video. So any comments and stuff like that are welcomed in the comment section below, whether you are going to roll for this banner or not. I just wanted to share my opinions about that too. So let's go through the 4 stars first before we go into the poster girl of this banner. So let's start with Chongyun. Chongyun is pretty decent as a 4-star unit who provides a cryo support sort of utility. I think he can trade back between a DPS or a support unit of sorts who provides cryo stasis or status for your pyro units, because the melt reaction is very powerful in this game still. So when Chongyun is paired with a pyro unit of sorts, or especially a pyro DPS, it is indeed a pretty deadly combination for a 4-star unit paired up with possibly another 4-star unit, especially with Yanfei here in this case. So Chongyun is not bad to pick up if you don't have him already, or if you want to go ahead and increase its constellations. So I would say Chongyun is at least middle of the road to pretty good for a cryo unit. Up next we do have Ningguang. Ningguang is that Geo Mami for a reason. She is a main DPS type of unit who provides a shield and provides some elemental shields that do drop on the field as a Geo unit, so that is pretty handy in some situations, or in a handful of situations, let's just say. By the way, Ningguang is pretty fun to use. She isn't by any means a meta changer, but she definitely is a pretty decent main DPS unit for being a Geo catalyst user. And she is very fun to use. Like I said, she's a burst damage, burst DPS. So you're gonna be really relying on her skill and her burst to do all the damage, because of course the skill provides the charge or more particles, and then once you get enough particles for your burst, then that's where your burst really does damage here. Ningguang does take a little bit get used to, because you do have to build up the rocks that build up around her, and then you throw out the charge attack to do that extra damage you want to do during your normal attacking phase. And then you also throw out the shield, not only for protection but to really get the most out of your burst once you get enough energy for that. The burst really gets that extra damage from having that wall being converted into more rocks, and you throw more of those rocks at your enemies, and it does a pretty good burst damage, especially when you build her to the right sets. Ningguang has been since buffed because her rocks have been having some problems with the homing side of things, or it's more gameplay side of things, and the homing of her rocks weren't exactly great, but since then they fixed that, and so Ningguang is a much more of a useful unit. So I would say Ningguang is a pretty good pickup. It's just solely from the waifu factor, but also she does make a fun DPS unit to have. She's kind of like a missile launcher type of unit. I would say it feels like having like a artillery type of thing in your lineup. And so it's kind of, you can imagine like her rocks being like missiles and stuff like that. So if you want to kind of play with that mindset, you can definitely have more fun with that. Yanfei actually works pretty similarly with Ningguang, except that I believe she relies on more crit rates in order for her to do more damage, or to keep up with the rest of the DPS units, except that she's pyro. So using her along with someone like Chongyun or maybe Xingqiu is a great combination. It is that you just have to make sure to look into her kit and what she needs. I believe it is crit rate, excuse me. And once you know how to attack with her, she is definitely more than a decent unit to have in your lineup as a 4-star pyro catalyst. So Yanfei probably is another fun unit. I haven't had her actually in my lineup because I haven't rolled on those banners that featured Yanfei So I can't really say beyond that, but from what I've heard anyway, she is at least pretty fun or pretty decent to have on your team. Now, lastly, of course, the poster girl, the 5-star unit of this banner for the Heron's Court, Kamisato Ayaka. Ayaka is that cryo DPS unit. I think overall, she is potentially going to be one of the highest damaging units. People are gonna go super in with this unit because she looks pretty cool. She's got cool looking moves, so people are really going to push her to the limit of her damage output. So I think she'll be able to keep up with the rest of the big 5-star DPS units. She's yet another cryo person, so she is able to bring in that melt or superconduct, I guess. But I think on her own, if you can, of course, build a team around her, or a cryo team, or a cryo / whatever other unit you want to build with, I think you can build a team around her, definitely. So either way, though, I'm actually going to, as much as she is really cool, she does definitely look cute, adorable, beautiful in her own right, I guess you can say. Her character design is really good for what it's worth. However, as appealing as she looks and her attacks are, her aesthetics and everything are very much there, and people really want her for her mobility options and also her aesthetics, the way she attacks and such. People just really do like her already from there. But with all that said, though, I think I'm going to actually skip on this banner solely because of Yoimiya, and I have my reasons with her, which I'll save for when the Yoimiya banner actually pops up. Besides her looks, I really do like how Yoimiya looks. She speaks to me a little more as that waifu material, I guess you can say, over Ayaka. But I'm not saying Ayaka doesn't look bad by any means. But if I had to pick one or the other, then it's definitely Yoimiya. So that's the sort of situation I put myself in as a mostly free-to-play player, or at least a big low-budget player. And so that's where I stand for in this situation here for Inazuma. Inazuma is going to be another sought after event or region, I guess you can say, to look forward to, because there's going to be quite a bit of stuff to get through, including the story, all the exploration stuff, and especially when you get Ayaka, your exploration experience will definitely be different one way or the other. I hope to be the best way possible. But you're inevitably going to be getting the 4-star units along the way, and the 4-star units you are getting here aren't definitely not bad at all. They're definitely, for the most part, other DPS units with Ningguang and Yanfei. But at least you do have someone like Chongyun to provide that cryo support damage if you want to build a team around these characters. So I think Chongyun and Yanfei are really, really good in this situation anyway. If you're in a situation where you can only have Yanfei as your DPS unit, along with Chongyun and all that fun stuff, I think that's a very good combination because of, Melt. Melt is just really good. But yeah, Kamisato Ayaka is going to be a great unit to have if you don't have any 5-star units already. If this is your first time rolling for any banner, really, I think this is a great banner to get into, just from looking at Ayaka's kit, and of course the 4-star units that are featured along in this banner. So that's my pretty much consensus on this. While I will skip on this banner just because of my reasons I've already said already, I'd rather get Yoimiya, and I'm purposely limiting myself so that way I get the most out of the one banner I roll on. So if I don't want to spread myself too thin, I love to get Ayaka just for her looks, her attack aesthetics, and her overall sort of just gimmick, I guess you could say. She got that Virgil sort of energy with the sword attacks. I would definitely love to roll her just if I had expendable gems to roll with, but not the case here, unfortunately, so I'm purposely skipping on this banner. But I'm pretty sure there are people out there who want to roll on this banner, and I think they are right to do so because it's going to be a pretty solid banner all around. So that's my consensus and opinion on Ayaka's banner. What do you guys think in the comment section below? I would love to read them, and those comments will potentially be read in the next video. Meanwhile, I do want to address something from the last Hawke Talks video. While I won't read the comments, I do want to mention them in some way or some form, and I just wanted to say thank you for the overwhelming support and criticisms and critiques and opinions that you guys had for the last subject we had talked about, which was the situation with Majestic, which there has not been any update as of this video. But I just wanted to at least mention this here, that I want to I want to show my gratitude for all the engagement that we've had in that video. It was more than what I've asked for in the best possible way. So I definitely want to thank you guys for that. So anyways, you guys are more than welcome to leave any comments about this banner here. If what do you guys think of Ayaka and the rest of the 4-star units and all that fun stuff? Let's have a fun discussion in the comment section below. And yeah, so potentially those comments will be read in the next Hawke Talks video. So again, thank you guys so much for my opinion and thoughts about Ayaka's banner. For anyone who wants to roll for Ayaka, I wish you the best of luck. Make sure you know what pity you are on and make your calculations from there. And decision, of course, from there. It's all up to you, really. It's your gems and it's your choice to make. So all I can say again is good luck. Alright, so that's pretty much the Hawke Talks video on Ayaka's banner, my thoughts, my opinions about it, and I guess our little discussion about it. Thank you guys so much. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Sean out.